They break open your house one time. They rape your mother, they rape your father, they rape your brother, they rape your sister, they rape your auntie, they rape your auntie. They rob you of all your jewels. They take your car if you have a license firearm. They take your firearm and they go on with that. And those that are supposed to vote for this bill for the next year, you all are pleased and it's okay with that. What are they smoking? You cannot come and tell Saieed, well, hear this now. Saieed, mass mandatory, here we go. It come to an end. And then you come and tell me, here we go on side. If you go to the supermarket, the grocery, or the malls, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you're traveling, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you're going to church side, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school side, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dum-dum in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Dance! If every councillor go through their constituency, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago, coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here. and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saieed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Thursday, the 9th of March, 2023. I always say it is a privilege to be here, viewers. So remember, we are live on Facebook and YouTube, on the social media platform. On Facebook, you can look at us at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Facebook. On YouTube, it's TT Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you will know when we go live, viewers. Now, for those of you who are looking for great interest on your hard-earned cash on a fixed deposit, one of the highest interest rate that is being paid in Trinidad and Tobago, it's right here at Real Talk. Right here at Real Talk. So you will see some numbers on your screen shortly, viewers. Remember, call these numbers and set up an appointment to come into Real Talk Credit Union information. Set up an account with us. Start saving TT and US. Make a fixed deposit for your son. Open an account for your son. The numbers are on screen, viewers. You can call Central Office or South Office. Set up an appointment. I'm going to tell you something. The highest interest rate that is being paid on any fixed deposit in any financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago, it's by Real Talk. I am challenging you. Go to any commercial bank or any financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago and check their rates. Check their rates and then come back and tell me. Come back and tell me. I'm going to tell you something. I didn't come here to lead. I came to make a difference. I don't follow. I come here to lead. That is what I come here to do. I come to make a difference. God put me on the face of this earth to make a difference. And I am doing that. So if you're getting highest interest rates, contact Real Talk, viewers. Set up an appointment. Remember, those of you who need spiritual help, I am a spiritual consultant. And you can contact me on any one of the numbers that you have seen on TV, on your screen, or 3391670, viewers. That's my number. Contact me, set up an appointment, and come see me. Let's get the ball rolling. So, I have one question for you all tonight. And we are going to have a discussion about that tonight. So before I do that, call your friends, call your family, let them know Real Talk with Saieed Ali is going live on Synergy Network. Keep in mind, there's a rerun of this program the next day from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Remember, we are the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. Remember that. So, the issue I want to raise tonight. Lawyers take money from clients to fight a case for them. Now, when a judge orders a lawyer to pay back her client's money or refund her clients, and the time passes, 2 months, 3 months, and the lawyer did not repay back the client, what is the next step should the client take? Now, this is a very serious matter we're dealing with, because a lot of lawyers in Trinidad and Tobago are not bashing lawyers, understand what I'm saying, but this is a reality that happens in Trinidad and Tobago. I have a lot of lawyer friends, you know. Nazima is my personal lawyer, you know. She's a high court lawyer. She's from the South area. And everything I doing relating to my company, I send her to Nazima. Or if somebody come by my side, we know there's a man out here, we know you're going to have some top-of-the-line lawyers, recommend one for us. I send them my Nazima. That is my personal lawyer and friend. So tonight, I'm asking this question, because it have drawn to my attention that a lot of lawyers have been ordered to pay back their clients or to refund their clients money, and the time passes and the lawyers have not returned money to their clients. So what is the next step for the client to do? I want to hear from you. I want somebody in the law association to call in and see if we can fix this problem. Because a lot of lawyers have been doing this. You're taking your money and you're flying out. You're taking your money and you're not appearing. In a few matters, the people have reached out to me and they wanted me to deal with this matter. So we are dealing with it. If a judge orders a lawyer to pay back their client's money and the time frame has passed, what is the next step of the client? I want to hear from you. This is an important topic. This is an issue we are dealing with in Trinidad and Tobago, right here on our soil. Caller, good night. Hello? Just take your gaddy click one time. Moving along, but remember our main question tonight, viewers. Remember that. Former People's Partnership Government Minister Devant Maraj have confirmed that he provided police with a written statement relating to his claim about prostitution and human trafficking taking place while the PP was in office between May 2010 and September 2015. Asked if he provided a written statement to the police about his claim, Maraj said, "I did." To support his comment, Maraj provided a photo of the email dated March 4th, which he received from police in relation to an email he sent them. Question: if the police have since asked him for any additional information, Maraj stated, "Nothing further is requested from me by the police at this time." On March 1st, Commissioner of Police Earl Haywood Christopher stated that the police will investigate allegations of human trafficking made against senior government officials in 2022. The U.S. State Department's report on trafficking in person. Maraj reiterated his question about opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisesa, claiming not to know anything about his report to her about prostitution and human trafficking activities while she was Prime Minister. So viewers, that is a case by itself that is mounting. We will just keep you up to date. We're going to follow everything and we're going to see how it rolls out in the end. Bottom line is, Devant sent all his information to TTPS. He got back a reply and we will see how it goes from there. When a judge orders a lawyer to pay back their clients or to refund their clients and the time frame passes, what is the next step of the client? Should the client take a bailiff and go seize what the lawyer has? I'm asking you. Should the client take a bailiff and go seize what the lawyer has in her possession for the value? I'm asking that question tonight. Because too many times I've gotten phone calls on this same issue. And instead of dealing with it privately, we're going to deal with it openly. So people would understand when a judge makes a ruling, everyone has to follow. So is the lawyer above the judge? Is the ruling something that the lawyer should not pay attention to? Because you already take my money. I brace a judge. Judge say X, Y, and Z. Well, the lawyer have to give you back your money. They set a date and the time frame passes. What is the next step for the client? What am I to do? What am I to do? Now, this incident didn't happen to me. I just letting you know. This incident didn't happen to me. A number of people called me on this issue. So I thought, you know what? We're going to deal with it publicly. So others will know what step to take if and whenever this happens to them. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to go straight into the scrap iron dealers. They want a meeting with the Prime Minister. Info on that after this break.
Time Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Carney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
So viewers, the Scrap Iron Dealers Association is calling for a meeting with Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali to trash out certain aspects of the Scrap Iron Act, which it believes stifles the growth of the industry. The association president, Alan Ferguson, said he asked his secretary to write a letter to Dr. Rowley calling for an urgent meeting with him and the ministry to draft the legislation. Ferguson said people involved in the industry have no problem following the law and stated that some scrap iron dealers are willing to resume operation but are afraid. So now, Paula Gopi-Schoon, you and Regional Amo, the Attorney General for Trinidad and Tobago, Gopi-Schoon is the Minister of Trade and Industry. They came out in a press briefing and said on the 24th of February, Scrap Iron Dealers Association would be able to resume operation. Now these scrap iron dealers, they're going to buy a whole set of junk and store it in Trinidad and Tobago with no license to ship. How the hell am I going to spend $1 million in scrap iron and store it in a yard and I don't have license to ship? That makes sense, Trinidad and Tobago? Does that make sense? I will tell you something, a little common sense sometimes people in high places don't have. You open up the scrap iron, okay, I'll go ahead and buy. But buy it, store it, and do what with it, Paula? For you to bring cockroach and snake and scorpion and centipede in my property? Amo, I wonder if you have a little bit of common sense. Or Gopi-Schoon, do you have a little bit of common sense to know that when you allow scrap iron dealers to buy, when you open up the trade, didn't you realize that they need a license to ship their scrap iron to various countries to get it sold? Didn't you all realize that? Or you all will go and buy a goat and all go throw the whole goat in the pot and all go eat the sauce? I wonder when all buying meat. When all buying meat to cook, all it is go and buy the meat and sit down and eat it just so. All it is, when you get up in the morning, you just change your clothes and you go to work without brushing teeth and washing your face and showering. Do you all operate like that? Well, then all you have to be idiots. Only clowns is operate like that. You open an industry, buy it and store it. You think I'm going to invest $1 million into buying scrap iron and storing it in an open yard with no license to ship? No, 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 no. Let me tell you something. All you're demonstrating lack of intelligence. All you're demonstrating lack of education. All you're demonstrating to the public that yes, I open up industry and I still find them, but me I give them no license. That is what all you're demonstrating from Armour come straight down to Gopi School. If all are vexed, that's how I see it. And that is how all the scrap iron dealers in Trinidad and Tobago is looking at it. All my border plane without a ticket. If I like a banana, I'll go eat the skin. I'll go throw the banana and eat the skin. This is the kind of foolishness I'm demonstrating. For big people in high offices, this is what I'm demonstrating to people who want to become ministers. For little children who want to say, well, you know, mommy or daddy, I want to be a minister. This is the kind of ignorant, unintellectual individuals. This is what they're demonstrating. It's sad. It's stinking sad. So here it is. He claimed the government did not have Tobago in mind when it drafted the legislation. So scrap iron dealers in Tobago now, well, they're out of business. They're out of business because Tobago out of the legislation. Imagine that. Ferguson said, the island does not have a scrapyard and noted that the association also wants to do more for Tobago by way of recycling. Former Government Minister Sadiq Bash was introduced as the head of the association transition team to regulate the sector. He said many scrap iron dealers and collectors are not satisfied with aspects of the legislation because they consider it to be extremely enormous, especially enormous for the most vulnerable in society, many of whom did not access primary or secondary education. I tell you, these ministers want to draft something and don't care if you could read or not. So I wonder how other countries now, is looking at the trade minister for Trinidad and Tobago, Paula Gopi School. They're probably saying, but what the hell wrong with this minister? You open up an industry that ships metal throughout the world and you ain't give nobody license? But all you want to do trade with other countries? All I representing Trinidad and Tobago, and that is how all I represent in our country? Halfway, lackadaisical. It's sad. It's stinking sad to know this is the reaction. This is what they brought to us. But they give us boldest seat and say that's mango. If they're vexed, that is their business. That is their business. You will open a supermarket with what? Empty shelves? You will open a brand new supermarket and when you walk in the supermarket, they have nothing? Eh? And you're bowling Gopi School supermarket, Regional Armour supermarket, and when you're going it empty? That's how it is do business? No wonder why we can't do business with other countries. No wonder why. But I tell you, it's not every minister we see sitting down in Parliament have common sense, you know. Some of them there because they have book sense. And the book sense they're carrying them nowhere. Because look at the nonsense they're doing. Look at it. You could tell me a big attorney general and a big trade minister for Trinidad representing Trinidad and Tobago. And that's how they're acting. I should have been in the scrap iron business. You would have seen something. All now swallows like hop. You know that in school there is hopscotch? All now swallow the hopping, you know. Take what I'm telling all you. All now already hopping. So Trinidad and Tobago, hear this, eh? Listen this, eh? Them I want to give scrap iron dealers license to ship metal or to sell their product outside of Trinidad and Tobago. Hear this. The government has proclaimed legislation which will increase the number of persons from CARICOM member states who can enter and work in this country, as well as allow them to do so indefinitely. Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Minister Dr. Amy Brown announced the proclamation of the amendment to the Immigration Caribbean Community Skilled Nation by 2022 by President Paula May Weeks. With the amendments, the expansion of the categories of workers eligible for free movement within the region moves from 5 university graduate, artists, musicians, media workers, and sports personnel to 12 categories. Among the additional categories are agriculture workers, security guards. Another major development as a result of the change will see CARICOM workers being allowed to stay in TNT indefinitely. So you're allowing workers to come into the country and work. All well and good. All well and good. But we have two individuals in leadership failing to give scrap iron dealers their permit to ship iron or scrap metal from Trinidad to buyers of another country. But you want other workers, you want other human beings from another country to come down to Trinidad and work. Since this is Foreign Affairs doing, I am sure the Minister of Trade and Industry have notes on this. You are the Minister of Trade. You must have notes. You must be aware. This is how this is how they want us to look. You all can come in, you know, and work in our country. Nothing wrong with that. So how the hell now the scrap iron dealers can't get license to ship our metal in another country? So other people in that country could have scrap metal to build what they want to build. Let's see where I'm going with this. That they say do so and like so. You want others to come in our country, but you want to get your own people license to ship metal. So another country will benefit from it. But you want people from another country to come in Trinidad and benefit from it. Paula and Amo, do so and like so. Let me tell you something. When you go to other countries, countries should blank all you. They should blank all you. You see, the PM going to try and sell the refinery in Guyana. When I say we don't want it, keep it. All you should start getting blank from other countries, and then I would realize how foolish you are acting and treating your own people. Let me tell you something. I'm saying this without any remorse. If we can't help our own black people in our country, don't expect to help another black man from our next country. If I cannot stand up for my country in Trinidad and Tobago, I definitely cannot stand up for our next country, because I know what's going on in our next country. I know what's going on here. I know what's going on here. So them could yap their gum, their teeth could fall out. To Trinidad and Tobago, they are stifling our own people. That is what they are doing. I don't really business, you know. I don't really business what they think about me. I don't. So, hear this now, hear this. As I heated, hear what happening. I have a friend who is a police officer, but he doesn't work with uniform now. How do they call them again? Them police officers who don't wear uniform. I believe it's unidentified police officers or something like that. Plainclothes officers. So here it is, it have an inspector. Let me tell you something. I'm saying this with no apology. I want to let you understand this. Have an inspector who told this plainclothes policeman, but the inspector don't know this plainclothes policeman is Saieed's friend. Because I just make sure nobody pull a gun at the man. I had the man mounted and have him good, he rocking hard. So here this, this inspector told this plainclothes police officer that they want to go and check Saieed. So the plainclothes officer asked the inspector, so where you want to go and check Saieed for? Well, we want to see where Saieed is getting money from, because we hear he's a life money lender. And he have all these nice vehicles, Range Rover and Porsche and BMW. My partner said, all right. The plainclothes officer told this man, he said, let me tell you something. He said, Saieed is a man that do spirit work and make money. Just so the plainclothes officer telling the inspector, he said, Saieed is a man that do spiritual work and make him money. Saieed is not a man on guns and drugs, and you see anything illegal, he says Saieed is a man not on that. He said, boy, he said, we're going to pay Saieed a visit, you know. Me and a team going, you know. The plainclothes officer tell him, man, he said, let me tell you something. He said, if all you go down that man and all you bumps on your head, all you know what you're doing, you know. So the plainclothes officer come and tell me that. I said, no problem. So I call up our judge. I said, bro, I need to see you. He said, no problem, Saieed. I'll come by you about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. That's the time they normally come. So I said, all right, no problem. He came. I told my plainclothes officer, my partner, I said, hey, what's going on? One of my partner come along 2 o'clock or 2:30, somewhere around there. Come by my house and we go sit down and relax. He come, judge come. Plainclothes officer tell the judge exactly what the inspector want to do with Saieed. The judge said, no problem. It's the judge now telling the officer, he said, I have known Saieed for about 30 years. And Saieed is a man always straightforward. Saieed is a man, recently about 17 years back, Saieed started working 17, 16, 15 hours a day to reach where he is today. He said, let me tell you something. If that inspector wants to come down by this gentleman, let him come. He said, let him come. Already see me on television here. As a man that do spirit work. Let me tell you something. As long as you are part of a problem, you cannot be a part of a solution, because your name will start calling. And I tell people, bold and brave on television, without fear. When you want to come for Saieed, not a problem. Come after me. But before you reach me, what happened to you on the way, don't say nothing. As a man that stands for Trinidad and Tobago, I stand for the innocent. I stand for the rich, the middle class, and the poor. And this nasty, stutty, stinking inspector want to play common at Saieed, then let me hear what I will do to you. I just say something without apology, you know. When you and your team decide to, I'm not Ian Allen, you know. I learned all one time, all I can't break down my door and embarrass me, you know. I tell you all one time on national television. Everybody know in Trinidad, Saieed is a man above board. Anything Saieed doing is above the table. My staff will tell you, anytime you come with something crooked wrong, Saieed, prepare to get cussed and run out. Prepare to get that. Because they know how I is. So that inspector and that team who want to come and embarrass me, let me tell you something. I will have you like a effing tomatoes rotten. You and your whole goddamn team. Mark my words. The day you bust my door, the day you bust my door, I don't care if you want 5 of them come. I don't care if you want 10 of them come. I don't care if you want 20 of them come. You'll be like a effing rotten tomatoes in one of them general hospital. And everybody in that ward will know that is the inspector and a batch of police who want to set up Saieed. Let me tell you something. I could guarantee your family go leave you. Your husband, your wife, your son, your daughter, your mother, your grandmother. Because I will have all you like rotten tomatoes in a hospital bed. You see me? When they made an attempt to kidnap my son, they didn't know who they come after. They didn't realize I was a jinx man, as a voodoo man, as a jingle man. Anyhow you want to call it, label me. That is my profession. And I am proud of it. I'm damn proud of it. So when you want to play a police, and you feel you have rank because you're a police, then what's that word to use, boy? Close to, they say O-B-E-A-H. I can't say it out, so I go spell it. They say I is them type of man. I didn't receive my gift from a human being, you know. I didn't. The pundit didn't receive their spiritual gift from a human being. Neither the pastor, neither the Orisha, neither the Shango Baptist. As a man will make a damn statement on television. So when you hear you coming after me and you break my door and you want to embarrass me and you feel easy on Allen, you damn lie. Or you will end up like some effing rotten tomatoes in a general hospital. And when the hospital realize that the team of police that try to embarrass a man like Saieed, they are not man refuse to take care of you. Hey, let me tell you something. I don't trip here now. But you see when they want to attack me, and my character clean, and everybody knows as a man, don't deal with it. You think if I was a man in guns and drugs and human trafficking and stolen, you think I'd be on television? You think I would have been on television? You think I would have last 5 years on the network becoming the #1 current affairs program? Hear this now. I just promised people to run them off the road, you know. I just promised people that they go climb a light pole and jump off, you know. Don't play wrong me, you know. Like I said, I am not a follower, you know. I am a leader, you know. I come to lead in a different way, you know. So not because you have a little rank in a police force, which means you will come down on me, you know. But your tongue, your 2 hands, your private, and your 2 foot go dicky. Me asking you, and I'm telling you what I go do. And I'm telling you on national television. So when I end up in the hospital, they're going to know what I try to do. One thing I don't take lightly, it could cost me. My mother dead. My father dead. Cost me about anything. But you see, threat. Don't threaten me at all, at all, at all. They threaten my little son. 3 of them blind, 1 dead. 3 of them blind, 1 dead. That was a threat. I don't take it lightly. So viewers, we're going for a short commercial break. When we come back, we're going to hands back the Commissioner of Police on her crime plan. Well, we ain't know where is that yet, but we'll find out after this break.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtor Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtor Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
You know, I always tell people, you know, when I get my calling to start doing spiritual work, I run from my calling, you know. I run from my calling because when people have spirit on them and the way they just be acting up, I say, you see me? I don't want to be part of that. I went to school, I study hard, let me be a traveling businessman. You know, nothing. I run in on the left side. Not to go wrong on the right side where God called him, man. You know, God take the door from the right side and put it on the left side. And I run straight into this walk. I just tell people, when you hear 10 people, when 10 people come to do their work by me, and I charge them 10,000, that 10 people by 10 is how much? $100,000 right there. You think I'm making that kind of money and I go and get myself tied up in human trafficking and drugs and cocaine, and when a man police hold a man and a man scream, all up breaking down my door? You think I go through that to embarrass myself? When God gave me a gift to make money? When God gave me a gift to help, why do you think I do charity? Why do you think I'm so successful? Me and my partners light together, you know. Navin is a successful music man, you know. His wife is a hummingbird, you know. Well, I never see your wife. Navin, you can get a picture of your wife. Just see her on TV. Next time? Viewers, he say next time. No, but seriousness is seriousness. You think me doing something illegal could be on television? Think about that, Trinidad and Tobago. Think about that. Somebody would have done call in area and say, Saieed, why don't you sell a man down the road a gun there? Or Saieed, don't you thief that man car? I'm not saying that. Don't come around me with that. I will willfully do you something. So I'm waiting for the inspector to come down. And I'm waiting for his team because some general hospital will have enough bed for all you. Enough bed for all you. I go down that road. I took 17 years to build a name, Saieed Ali. Trusted, local, regional, and international, because I did deal with businessmen and judges and PMs outside Trinidad and Tobago, you know. So don't get tired. I took 5 years on television for Real Talk with Saieed Ali to become the #1 current affairs program. I'm working tirelessly to make sure I make it. And I don't want to come and stink up my name. All again, freedom all over the place. Freedom man all over the place. I don't want to come and stink up side. All of you lies here and I let you break down my door. What? Eh? All of you all come to embarrass side. But all will be like some rotten effing tomatoes in a hospital. I feel like playing with all you. I took years to build a name and all I just want to destroy it like that by breaking down. And no, you will pay for that for the rest of your life. So as we continue with our program tonight, staying heated as I am, Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines have stated that he is confident that Commissioner of Police Earla Haywood Christopher can and will deliver on her promise to get murder down by mid-year in the short term and overall crime by the end of the year as the long-term goal. Speaking to the media at the maximum security prison in Aruka, Hines said it was not sensible for the public to use the murder toll to ensure success in crime fighting. Hines, better you resign and go home, boy. Your statement alone has been embarrassing Trinidad. Former Commissioner of Police Stephen Williams, Trevor Paul, and Gary Griffith have expressed varying degrees of confidence in Haywood. So if these three former Commissioner of Police telling Haywood, hey, Haywood, you can't do it. Why you make a false promise to the people? If them three of them couldn't do it, Haywood could do it in 3-4 months. And to top it off, she have no crime fighting skills on the field. So when you have Fitzgerald Hines come up as a Minister of National Security and bump his lip, I'd be like, wait, dumpling soft in the pot. You make soup, and the dumpling remain like what? Mashed pumpkin. You make a soup and they get dumpling soft. And Hines want to come and say, trust the commission. 3 former Commissioner of Police couldn't do it. The one who had no skills go do it? Come down, man, Trinidad and Tobago. All I get real now, man. I don't know when Hines will stop embarrassing himself and Trinidad and Tobago, you know. Serious. I don't know when. The man like he just not getting it. Caller, good night.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Saieed, I'm here to turn on a topic there when Commissioner of Police, right? I want to touch on it real quick now. Don't hear me out, eh? The Commissioner, the present Commissioner of Police, right? And she is a police officer that up the rank from being a constable and a corporal and went up the rank.
Correct.
And she in the service from day one, right?
Correct.
So when she was at ACT and at DCT, all the plans she had to stop crime, why she didn't put it talk to the Commissioner of Police and let it implement them plans years ago before she became Commissioner of Police? Why did it do that?
Thank you, my friend. Well, we really don't know what happened there, but nevertheless, you know, viewers, this thing eating me up with this policeman, you know. Serious. You're doing legitimate business and they want to come and break you down because they find, you know, you have some, because I'm a Muslim. Like I said, if I was in some kind of racket, I would have never been on television. I worked in a grocery and further my education. 100 pounds of flour on your back. When you're here 4:30, 3 o'clock and thing, and you see a truck, a 20-foot truck, pull up with a tray full of flour, you ain't asking God, Lord, what time I got done, you know? No, you're asking God, Lord, give me the strength to finish this truckload. That's what we used to ask God for. And there's no good, dirty, stinking man want to come and upset me. Boy, you know what you're doing, you know? Because I will willfully do what I had to do, you know? I will willfully do it. I always tell people, you know, 17 years I do spirit work, you know. 17 years, you think I go and get tied up with this illegal thing? I just buy and sell vehicles. When 10 people drop 10,000 by me to do spirit work, that's 100,000. If I lend that, I just turning over, I just flipping over. I just about almost 7 or 8 months to get my license to lend money. And all I want to come up because all I inspector, well, I want free money. Is free money you want? Well, you're not getting 1 cent by Saieed. You can't pull up by my house or my building and say, Saieed, buy a bottle of Hennessy. Well, you take me for a damn barman? I look like I selling alcohol? It's a Colombian and Spanish and Haitian by me, you know. When you come, you're coming into a business. You're coming into a Muslim man business. Is that I should respect my ladies who working for me when you enter? Or you don't enter because I will insult your stink? Because just how you don't want nobody insult you, don't insult me. I will cause you and run you from my business. From the time you started disrespecting my building, I tell you, your mother so and so get out one time. Don't feel afraid. I have a mouth to defend myself. And I have spirit to slap you while you're doing something dotish. I'm proud. I'm proud to say that. I don't want to see me tripping. As a man will come right here. And I will tell all you, I'm pushing for X, I'm pushing for Y, I'm pushing for Z. And watch it come true. And for the last 4 years, Trinidad and Tobago have witnessed that. And they didn't want to open scrap iron. Amor didn't want to review no plan. Paula didn't want to hear nothing. Twice I mentioned it, what happened a couple days after. They opened it. Now they're refusing to give me license. But hold on, when I light a light on the head and they start to bounce their toe, then they go know something. When they feel a van feeling shaky like they go crash, they go know something. I don't afraid nobody, you know. God never instilled fear in me from my mother's womb, you know. Never installed fear, you know. So don't feel like afraid some inspector who want to come and shake me up. Know what you're doing. That's all I have to tell you. Know what the hell you're doing. Because your wife and your children will leave you in a hospital bed. I'm here to make statements, you know. And all my statements, they'll be bold and brave. And it is stand up. Hey, view, hey. Don't tell I go for a birthday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
So viewers, one question Hines was asked whether he felt Haywood Christopher could meet her demand. Hines added, when I heard a cop say to the nation or the national community that we can expect some slowdown by month end or by months of June, I saw that as an attestation of her justified confidence. But any Prime Minister was confident that he's not shutting down the refinery in Nida Petrotrain? What happened? Where the confidence went? Where the confidence went? Oh, it left Trinidad? Keep that in mind. Hines also noted that he is pleased that the commissioner is in the place where she can assert public that level of confidence. You have no expertise in the crime fighting field, but I must trust you to break down crime? Hines, is either you didn't see what you was reading, or you said the wrong thing and you couldn't pull back your statement. Asked about the investigation into the allegation of human trafficking allegedly involving opposition members, but may include public servants, Hines commended Haywood Christopher for launching a probe. Hold on, Director. Hines, that is her job. That is her job spec, to launch investigation. So don't be proud like if you're a new brand. Don't be proud as if that's something new brand she did. That is her damn job. That is her job. Don't get tied up with job and words. Don't get tied up. Go to the video. No video? Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines has weighed in on issues of school fighting in this country. How much time they're fixing this thing? How much time they're fixing fighting in school? The Minister of Education, we don't hear she. The board members in school, we don't hear them. The principal trying to sweep it under the carpet. And we have parents going in now and have to threaten other students. If you interfere with my son, I will deal with you. Where is the fathers and the mothers of those students? Where are they? Send them before the court. How the hell your child beat up a next man's child? Where Hines on this? On social media, Hines reposted a video of a school fight that had been circulating on social media. In a caption, it stated, a student was killed in a country, in a region, in a similar episode of bad criminal behavior. It seems that our bad behavior will not stop until we get a similar outcome. You shouldn't even make these damn statements. You should not even make it. You are the Minister of National Security. You can't go down to the police in the community and make it mandatory that they patrol schools and make sure students go home in the communities and in the tongue area. Assign traffic wardens, assign police, send out the damn army and let them go home. But you know what, Hines? It's not affecting you. And that's the problem, show it. It's not affecting you, Hines. Let me tell you something. I just always say, one of these days, some student go end up dead in a school, and some parents go run amok and kill from a side, you know. I just always say that, you know. Some parents go run amok and kill from a side, you know. All because those in authority don't want to step up. They don't want to step up. You're in a position, you come out, you bump your gum to the media, and you go back in your cocoon shell. You go back in your shell, and that's what you're doing. You come out, you bump your gum, and you close, you're like a turtle. You shove out your head, you move up your mouth, and you're pulling back your head. And that's what you're doing. Who vex lost, you know. But our country has been wrecked. It gone down to the dogs. Legitimate businessman in Trinidad can't get firearm. 10 years, 15 years, 20 years waiting for firearm and no firearm. What's going on? But the man on the street have rapid fire and we even have a caps gun. You remember caps gun back in the day? If we even have a caps gun, if we have a caps gun, 20 police coming and raiding down my house for a caps gun. But bandits on the streets, they can't touch them because you know why? The bandit will come and riddle up all your house. Boy, let me tell you something. I is one man, I just always say, careful how you're coming around me, you know. I not say no nonsense. I just make money in spirit work, and me are going wrong no nonsense. Because it have judges that come by me. It have judges, clerks that come by me. It have lawyers that come by me. It have police that come by me. It have ministers that come by me. And it have the normal citizens that come by me. You know what? They're coming for spirit work because Saieed is do spirit work. And this dumb dodo head just because you're inspector, you want to come and insult me? But I will tear you down from your tree. I will tear you down from your tree. So, we have about 1 minute in our program tonight, viewers. There's a rerun of this program tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And we back up here on Friday night for Fire Friday. So remember, viewers, Real Talk Credit Union Information is giving you 4% on fixed deposits. Come set up a US account, a TT account for your kids, for your children, for your grandchildren. Open a savings account for them. Plan today for your kids so it won't be hard for them in the future. Until we meet again, good night.